Greetings and salutations everyone, I am as always Darth Devious, bringing you another video review, this time from Transformers Generations. Thrilling 30th anniversary Autobot Scoop. Front end loader. Yep, front end loader. Why do I think that they're going to make a scrapper repaint of this at some point in time? It would work. Do it, Hasbro. Do it. Series 2, number 14. On the back here, we see some nice product shots of Mr. Scoop and his two target masters, Caliburst and Hole Punch. Don't know which one's which. Doesn't matter to me. Don't care. Or leave them in their gun modes. I'll show them in their robot modes, but I leave them in gun modes. There's his bio, if you want to read it. There's his loader mode. There's his tech specs. Alright. And we'll come back out and get rid of the box. Goodbye, box. And we'll bring in Scoop. Gotta come down because he's a little guy. And yes, I already added some paint to him. I painted in the industrial rims on the front end loader because it needed it. It needed something to break up the black on the wheels. And he rolls really nice. Really nice. It's not too bad. Now, if I turned his head backwards, but if you look in there, he does have visible head syndrome, even though I reversed it. That is his head, which is actually, how the G1 toy was too. So, at least the G1 toy though didn't have clear windows; it was blacked out. But still, he's got some decent details on him. He's got like ladders and stuff like that, and nice vents painted in here. All right. He's got mini-com ports. They work somewhat. This has articulation. It raises and lowers like all good scooping mechanisms should. So, there you go. If you lift it up, he's got a huge gap here, and that's ugly. But what can you do? It's not meant to look like that. If you wanted to, yes, he can form a Devastator foot type mode. I saw somebody do this. Something to the effect of, like this or something like that. I'm half-assing it, but, you get the idea. It would work. Pay attention, Hasbro. So there you go. Now we'll bring in his two mini-cons in their gun modes. Like I said, don't know which one is which. Don't really care. Just know one's Caliburst and one's Jim Bob. Hole Punch. This is probably Hole Punch and this is Caliburst. Could be wrong. Don't sue me. Anyway. And they both transform the same way. You just open the arms, move the trigger, bring the gun barrel back. They do have different details on them. Zoom in on them so we can see them. Different faces, different details. I like the blue guy a little bit better. I think he looks better. That's just me. Articulation on them is identical. As I drop him, he fell, he died. Now we only have one gun. Their arms move. That's it. Their arms move. But they're target masters. Alright? Alright. Give me a minute. I'm going to turn Scoop into his robot mode. Be right back. Alrighty, and we're back, and there's Scoop in his robot mode, and we have his comic book. What about Scoop? And he looks good in that, and he actually does feature somewhat prominently in here. Him and Starscream sort of have a thing. He believed in Starscream. Starscream betrayed him. Shocker! Things like that. And he seems to have read, like, the Covenant of Primus and knows a prophecy that mentions that the stars will scream and stuff like that. Gee, I wonder what that means. So, yeah. Spoilers! Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that backwards? Who cares? Anyway. And here's his two, back in their gun mode. And they can combine. If I can remember how. It's pretty much, one goes on top of the other. It doesn't even matter which one goes on top. Pretty much they have ports on their back. They plug in. You get a double gun. It doesn't want to work with this one for some reason. Hate it when a plan doesn't come together. Try it this way. I know I had it combined the other day. There. Yeah, the yellow one seems to plug into the blue one better. The blue one doesn't really like to plug into the yellow one. That didn't sound right. But there you go. It's a big honking gun that Scoop can hold in his hand. I don't really do that. I like taking him and putting him in the Minicom ports on his arms and doing it like this, which is more like the G1 toy. That's just me. And somebody's honking a horn outside. Honk, honk. Anyway, the horn blows. I'm not going to finish that. Anyway, Scoop's pretty cool. I mean, he's nothing spectacular. He really is a generic Transformer. I mean, he's very boxy looking, very, robot, He's got all the articulation you want. His head's on a ball joint, which we'll look at that in a minute. He does have a waist. Ball joint on his shoulders, plus they go up and down. He's got a swivel in his arm. He's got a decent bend in his arm. His wrists go in. They don't swivel, but that's fine. He's got ball jointed hips. He's got a swivel. He's got, well, almost a double knee if you mistransform him, but he does have a nice knee. His toes can wiggle if you need him to, but not really. But he can, get in some pretty decent poses if you want him to. Like I said, it's a generic Transformer, basically. I will say his guns share a lot of the color scheme on him, and he is very orange. There's just no getting around that. He's very orange. But his guns share that yellow, blue, orange paint scheme, so they work as a nice little team. But other than that, I recommend him. Scoop's pretty cool for a figure. Let's zoom in on his face real quick so you can see that. No, too close. I don't get it. I could zoom in farther on the friggin' Minicons, but not on these guys. Anyway. And he's just got like a generic stoic Autobot face. He does have some light piping. It's decent considering he's got this big scoop on his back. Well, And what's cool is, even though the back of his legs are hollow, they did take the time to mold in detail in there. So that's pretty cool. And he actually is, the plastic on him is decent. It's not like, like the Minicon Assault Team, the plastic on that's crap. The Bumblebee and Goldfire, the plastic's on that crap. Him, it's a really decent, tough looking plastic. It's not bad. So, there you go. I recommend Scoop. He's really cool. We'll give you a good size comparison here. Here he is with his buddy Starscream. Are you gonna stab me in the back again?
What gives you that idea, loser?
The stars will scream.
Shut up. Damn you. You're so annoying with that. Stop reading that blasted book.
Yes. Alright. Oh, when Starscream lost one of his shoulder pauldrons, I'm gonna find that. Oh, I found it. Alright. I'll be, yeah, that's it. Scoop's a good guy. Get him. He's cool. You like him. Trust me. Be good. He's got two guns that are also little robots. These guys can mess you up. And then he might start quoting the Covenant of Primus at you. Might not want that. Gets weird. Later.